Research studies have shown significant increases in the rate of recidivism or relapsing following the removal of the ignition interlock devices from the offender's vehicles. This does not mean the interlock is ineffective. To the contrary, these research findings further demonstrate the effectiveness of the devices by preventing drunk driving offenders from drinking and driving while the interlock is installed. It also clearly shows that these offenders continue to drive even after driver's license has been suspended or revoked. Each year, an estimated 300,000 to 400,000 drunk drivers are convicted as repeat offenders. Among this group of hardcore drunk driving offenders, the use of interlocks now stands at approximately 25 to 33%. For repeat offenders, ignition interlock devices are an extremely effective tool in reducing drunk driving. A study in Maryland among repeat offenders showed a significant reduction in relapse of 64% while the interlock was in place. Furthermore, participants with an interlock in this study had a significantly lower arrest rate for alcohol traffic violations 1 year after the interlock program. Convicted drunk driving offenders actually support the use of interlocks as a sanction for preventing drunk driving. An unpublished survey by Richard Roth revealed offenders believe interlocks are a fair sanction that reduce drinking while driving. A survey among hardcore drunk drivers revealed that 70% of convicted high BAC and repeat offenders think ignition interlock devices are an effective deterrent and would have definitely made them stop drinking and driving. Additionally, an evaluation of ignition interlock participants in California revealed that 88% of offenders claimed the device prevented them from drinking and driving. With all of these positive outcomes from the use of an ignition interlock, I think it should be mandatory to have one of these in every single vehicle. I firmly believe it is the only way to significantly reduce drunk driving fatalities. More than 10,000 people are dying each year because there isn't a prevention program in place. Again, it is something that is relatively cheap, currently only $3 a day, and that price would more than likely reduce due to high demand and necessity with government and state help. So how do we put this in motion? New cars would now come with an ignition interlock system right out of the factory, and older cars can have them installed when they get their yearly inspection. Officers can use checkpoints they already have in place to check sobriety and inspection stickers to check for ignition interlocks. If most drunk driving offenders agree with the use of ignition interlocks, then I don't see why most of America wouldn't. It'll just be another safety regulation that they'll have to comply with, and they'll think twice before getting too drunk when they have to drive. It will also make them either drink at home or make sure they have a DD, which will of course make the roads a lot safer. In conclusion, over the last 30 years, much has been done to reduce drunk driving deaths, but it only affects those who have been caught. Most of these offenders repeat their actions because their penalties are not fully followed through. The introduction of ignition interlock in every vehicle would be a substantial move in the direction of limiting drunk driving fatalities. You guys have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you for your time.